Well, what do you think of this so far, Patsy?
I think you need to get that camera out of my face.
That was a question.
You don't get to ask questions.
No, I really like how it's turning out. I think it's turning out awesome. Okay, lunch is over and we have the left frame rock in place. Now, a couple things I'm going to talk through here. I made sure that the height of this level here, we're going to use this as a spillway, is higher than the liner back here, so we don't have water running down a hill over our gravel. I don't like the look of that. I want the water to come down here, pool up behind this rock and spill, so that we have a nice pool of water back here. I don't like to see the water rippling down over the gravel. It doesn't look good in my opinion. But you can see that we're in a really steep bank, and because of that, some of our boulders aren't quite high enough. So we had to prop this one up. We have it propped up on some supports, but another rule of creative water feature building, I hope you can hear me, that exhaust is right behind us. But another rule of creative water feature building is you should never see the bottom of a rock when you're done. Never leave that exposed. That just looks terrible. So what we're gonna do after we're all done, we're gonna bring another rock here in the front and place it in here so it's about this high and completely hide that bottom edge, so that it looks solid and doesn't look stacked. There we go. That's our next one. Woohoo! That's better. So when I knocked that down, the seam in the rock became level, and that's what I was trying to do. I didn't like how it was a little bit tilted, so I'm always paying attention to the natural seam of the rock, make it look level, because that's what the natural bedrock in the earth looks like, usually. All right, let's unstrap it. All right, we're gonna try to hide the bottom edge of that boulder now. That's awesome! Woo! I love it! Okay, we got it all dug out. Flip the liner forward. All right, we are painting out our basin. There she is. Okay, another little tip and trick here. I want to show you a concept. Right here's a frame rock. This is another little rock right beside the frame rock, and this is all foamed off back here. All that is foamed off, but foam is not necessarily waterproof, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a little bit of seepage of water coming through these crevices. And instead of having my liner right up here like this, and as soon as any seepage of water comes through there, it would be a potential leak. Even if it wouldn't leak the day we put it in, it would be the first place it would leak 5 years from now. Instead, I dig this out so we have a nice open path around the back corner of the framing boulder. Let's get these bags of gravel here, Gary, and throw them in there. Good. Next one, kind of fill it up, in it, not down here, more like up in there. There we go. Now, the second any water does seep through this foam, it has an instant clear path, clear shot down to the shelf below without leaking out over the edge of the liner. And it basically is insurance that if a foam ever shifts or cracks or doesn't seal as good as it did the day we put it in, that it won't cause a leak, which will solve any functional problems for the homeowner. Just another little tip and trick, you know. One of the things that we do, also, like, the steeper the grade is around the waterfall you're building, the more important this is. The more vulnerable the water feature is to leaks at the corners of a frame rock on the outside here, because you have a lot of quick elevation change, and water is right, you know, this height right here, and then just 2 feet down here, it's 3 feet lower. So hopefully that made sense. All right, so we officially have the basin in and trying to piece together our last waterfall here. Our water selection is coming down to the wire, so it's a little bit of a trying to get creative here. There, just set it down with that one on the bags here. Out towards me. Okay. So yeah, trying to come up with something that looks good over here. Yeah, that's really tall. It's almost like a 3-foot waterfall. This got some serious grade change. Well, what do you think of this so far, Patsy?
I think you need to get that camera out of my face.
That was a question.
You don't get to ask questions.
No, I really like how it's turning out. I think it's turning out awesome.
The only thing, as I said, is it came out a lot further than I expected.
It'll look good when it's done.
I'm not worried.
Let's get you a little tour when the waterfall's still dry. Okay, now can you see where the water's gonna go? It's gonna go up this crevice, crash through here. Right there, that's a spillway rock. It's gonna turn around, coming around the, oh my goodness, look at that canyon. That's like a real gorge right there.
I see that.
And it's gonna pull up right here in this area, and it's gonna come crashing down. Nice sheet coming off here, gushing out through this crevice. It's gonna be amazing. And then up here, those rocks are just laying there. We're gonna pull these two out, they're just laying there. But right up there's where it starts. That's the spillway.
So how many fall drops are there? 3?
1, 2, 3, 4.
My neighbors are looking forward to the sound too.
I'm sure. Are you sending them a bill? No?